focus of our business is on clients who need to think about how do they remain competitive, how do they excel competitively, how do they make sure they enhance their interfaces with customers, with suppliers, with alliance partners, with joint venture partners, so they can manage those differences across corporate boundaries effectively to create and extract value in the marketplace.
The biggest benefit is really now how we operate. It's the way we've changed our business, because while that has resulted in substantive savings can be a one-time thing. Here, because we've increased the skill set, because we've improved the culture to be more collaborative and more problem-solving oriented in this type of environment, because we've changed the way not just the supply chain community, but the engineers think and deal with our supply base, we're now able to drive future. We're driving our future with improved technology at lower costs and improved quality.
When we create corporate education programs at Vantage, they're usually tied into an initiative to change the way people think about their key negotiations, their key relationships, to help them both get better substantive outcomes as they negotiate and also manage relationships more effectively and conduct difficult conversations more effectively.
We've trained more than 600 people in difficult conversations around the world. We get testimonials. We even get feedback, emails a couple of weeks after an employee has taken the class and said, I was going into a really difficult conversation with my boss and I utilized these techniques and it really helped me. And so the impact that we're seeing is that people are solving their own problems.
The strength of talent and capability that I saw at Vantage generally exceeded all the others that were in the field. And they had a process that I felt could be both tailored and then institutionalized in our business.
We were very resistant to bringing in external consultants to train this particular program, primarily because it was a cost issue. We wanted to be trained ourselves so that we could roll it out and make sure that everybody had the training. But the truth of the matter is the expertise and skill level of every one of the instructors, every one of them has made such a huge impact and an improvement in the skill building of our employees that we absolutely wanted to use Vantage.
We don't deliver a course from a script. It's just not how we work. As practitioners, we're always trying to work with participants to solve their problems, and because participants change and the problems change, how we go at it changes.
We have a thorough diagnostic process that we engage in for every client. So in advance of any program, we do a series of 6 to 8 diagnostic calls with prospective participants, and then we use all that data, we aggregate it up, and we do a couple things with it. Number one, we share it with the trainers so that as they walk into the training room, they actually have a little bit of context on the organization already and are becoming somewhat experts in the kinds of challenges, business challenges that people are up against. And then we also use it to create a client-specific scenario, which we use in the course of the training to have participants sort of immediately apply the skills that they've been learning up against the very real-world example of something that they deal with on a regular basis.
That's really one of the hallmarks of Vantage training is we try and bring in practical application. And we work with people on applying our tools and techniques after the program is over.
We work really closely with clients following the actual in-class learning experience. So one of the things that we do standard following every workshop is we make sure that each participant gets an email every week for a number of weeks after with reminders of learning. We've provided 1-800 numbers for clients that participants can call if they have a really tricky negotiation or if they're going into a particularly difficult conversation. We also have several different variations of advanced courses, refresher courses. We do things like go to a company site and have a lunch and learn and invite people back for an hour to sit with the facilitators and take a stab at the methodology. So there's all sorts of ways that we work with clients following a learning experience that enables reinforcement and in the end hopefully creates a community of practice.
Vantage brings with it a set of experiences and set of capabilities. They've been with many companies and they have many of the experts in the world, absolutely in the world. Vantage Partners does training, but they'll focus on transformation, changing the way you do business, and that's really what we need.